If you imagine the sum of suffering, of which the world is everywhere full, and take the world as a whole, it is seen to be something which cannot be justified. The only thing that can be said for it is that it is, and that it is as it is. Our existence has no ground or purpose. It is only an endless striving, an unceasing impulse to live. Life itself is essentially suffering. Were our existence an end in itself, there would be no suffering. But since it is only will, it must constantly strive, and striving is always painful. Every satisfaction obtained is only the starting point for a new desire. Thus, life oscillates like a pendulum, back and forth between pain and boredom.
At the heart of Arthur Schopenhauer's philosophy is a vision of life that is both unsettling and brutally honest. He tells us that beneath everything, beneath nature, beneath human conduct, beneath all the appearances of the world, lies one single, blind, driving force, the will. The will is not rational. It does not have a plan or a higher purpose. It is simply striving itself, a restless energy that pushes every being into existence, into action, into desire. It animates the forces of nature as much as it animates our own ambitions and anxieties. Wherever you look, in the pull of gravity, in the instinct of animals, in the restless schemes of human beings, there it is, the same will, endlessly pressing forward. This is why Schopenhauer claimed that suffering is the very fabric of life, because to live is to strive, and to strive is to lack, to want, to be dissatisfied. Every moment of desire is a moment of pain. Even when we succeed, even when a goal is reached, the satisfaction fades almost immediately. A new craving emerges. The will does not stop. It cannot stop. It drives us endlessly, like a machine that consumes its own fuel with no final destination. Knowledge, for Schopenhauer, is only secondary, a thin layer laid over this deeper truth. We may pride ourselves on being rational, on thinking and knowing, but beneath all our intelligence lies something more primitive, more fundamental. First and foremost, we are will. We are this blind striving that cannot rest, that pulls us forward into new desires, new efforts, new disappointments. And this is why human life feels so tragic. We imagine that meaning lies just ahead, that happiness is waiting in the next achievement, the next possession, the next love. But as soon as we arrive, we discover the horizon has shifted. Desire returns. Striving begins anew. Life is an endless cycle of reaching, grasping, and falling short. Schopenhauer's insight is stark. Existence has no ultimate justification. The world is not ordered for our happiness or designed for our comfort. It is only the manifestation of this relentless will, a ceaseless impulse that drives every being and condemns them at the same time to suffering. And yet, by recognizing this, we see more clearly. We see that our pain is not personal failure, not a unique flaw in our lives, but the very structure of existence itself. To know this is to see life without illusions, and perhaps in that stark clarity lies the first step toward wisdom.